everything she does for her kid. And so if that means sacrificing sleep, if that means sacrificing so many of her own maybe personal interests which she have, she sacrifices everything without a second thought, just for the sake of her child. And so Bhagavan Sri Krishna not only did he sacrifice everything for the people of that time, he sacrificed everything he had for the sake of the whole world, for the sake of the cosmos. And that pretty much actually earns him the title of being the Jagan Mata, being the mother of the world, where feeling the whole earth, feeling the whole world as his child, he gave off everything, and whatever could be sacrificed, sacrificed everything, and made sure that Mother Earth would be protected and that humanity still has a future. And so by this we can actually see the immense tyaga which Bhagavan Sri Krishna has done so many thousands of years ago, and how Swamiji is still doing that tyaga which Bhagavan Sri Krishna was doing. Swamiji is continuing to do the tyaga in so many different ways. The numbers of hours he worked, the contributions he has given to society, even though the world has whatever the injustice and hate and all that is being thrown on Swamiji, even not being bothered by it, allowing that to pass, and by being in that space of completion and even giving back, enriching and contributing back towards them as well. Swamiji is still demonstrating that space of Tyaga, still demonstrating how even when the whole world is being injustice to you, you can still, how we can still only contribute and give back to society. So actually, when someone this Swamiji shared in one of the recent satsang which I read in the Guru Gita, where Swamiji says that the ultimate sacrifice a master does is even when the disciple hates him, even when the disciple, the devotees, even when they hate him, even loving them back. That is the ultimate sacrifice which the master makes. Where even though you know that that person is not appreciating you for what you're doing, a person despises you of what you're doing for them, even then continuing to love them, continuing, because you know that they are not making that out of that, that's not something which they are making. It is a decision which is, it is a incompletion which is arising from some other part, from some other part of them, from their mind and from various other root patterns and engrams which they have inside of them. So the ultimate sacrifice, giving up even the good name, giving up even whatever good feeling or whatever pride may be coming of having good relationship with another person, by sacrificing even that and doing only what is good for that person, what that person actually really needs in life. That is what is Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Swamiji, both of them have showed continuously in their life, and Swamiji is continuing to show that even now by his amount of number of hours he is working for the very same humanity, for the very same world who has forced him into seclusion now. And so this kind of love is not normal love, this is not ordinary love. This love can happen only when you have this deep cognitive shift of how you love the whole world as your own child, as your own extension. And there's nothing which we can give back to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. There's nothing which we can give back even to Swamiji. What he's offering is something which only he can offer, and no matter how much ever we do, it can never measure up to what he has contributed to our lives. And giving that kind of a love, having love where you know that by giving this, there's nothing anyone else can even return back to you. That is the real love, and that is what is unconditional love. A real hero is someone who is able to give this love and able to reciprocate, having this strong inner space where it doesn't matter if they reciprocate the same thing or not. It doesn't matter if they give back what I am giving them. I will continue to give the best only for them. And these are some things which we should directly intake from the life of Bhagavan Sri Krishna and from the life of Swamiji as well. And this is not something which only extraordinary beings also can have. The whole purpose of the Bhava Darshan, the whole purpose of why Swamiji is giving everyone the Bhava Darshan is so that we can also get into that same space as well. And it is not just something which we need on a broad level to save humanity and to heal the whole world from a certain negativity. We need to have the space and inner space of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Even to solve the relationships which we have in our life, the small problems which we are having every day, every morning when we face our spouse, or every evening the small disputes which we have with our kids, even to solve those problems in our life, having this fundamental cognition, as we saw earlier today, having the unconditional love that fundamentally solves all these problems, that brings completion in so many different aspects. And so that is what Swamiji also calls the multidimensional logic, where one solution is not something which for example, if you have a stomach pain, directly attending to the stomach as one, but then attending to an incompletion which you have, or a worry or an anxiety which you are suffering, attending to that as well. is solving your stomach pain. And so having this one solution, bringing completion and communication and communion in your relationships that you have with your immediate team lead and with your family members and professional life as well, bringing completion there can also heal and can also bring breakthroughs in so many other different aspects of your life as well. And so that is why, even though you may feel you do not have a relationship problem in your life, or you feel that all relationships, everything in your life is going great, that is the beauty in Hinduism, because there is no one solution for one problem. It is one solution for so many different types of problems, and the other solution for, again, the so many different types of problems. One solution doesn't just solve the specific issue for which the solution may be aimed towards, but it helps in solving so many other different problems in your life which you may never even know you had until it was solved. So that is the beauty in Hinduism, where from multiple different aspects, multiple different dimensions, so many problems, so much of completion is brought into your life. And so actually this leads us into speaking about a little bit more about today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, where Swamiji is going to be entering into the Bhava of Bhagavan Sri Krishna and mirroring Sri Krishna's neurons with all of us. The mirroring of neurons, that is our entire body, silently and without movement, recreates what is happening distances far away, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. The science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan knows no distance, a phenomenon modern science is just discovering and terming as quantum tunneling. And so this leads us into the Sri Krishna Bhava Samadhi Darshan, which is happening as of now, planned for today evening at 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. For more updates about the Sri Krishna Bhava Samadhi Darshan, please keep in touch and check the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the HDH Facebook page on Facebook, HDH Nithyananda Parameshwaram, to get updated and to keep yourself updated on the Sri Krishna Bhava Samadhi Darshan. We invite each and every one of you to be a part of this great happening. If you want, a very important aspect, actually, I'm going to go ahead and let Ranoshan share about this. Why it is important, not for you to have darshan of the master, but why is it important for the darshan, for the master to also see you, to be in the Nayana Diksha of the master. Ranoshan, you can go ahead here. We have a couple of more minutes left. Just go ahead and quickly explain why it is important, why from your own personal experience also you can share, why is it important not just for you to view the master, but for the master also to see you physically?
Yes. So my experience with this is, again, when it comes down to what Krishna said, where when Krishna sees himself reflected in the jewels, he gets enamored by it. And after some due contemplation, he sees that the best way to actually fully experience himself is through the constitution of Radhika. Through Radhika, he enjoys himself. Same way, when we're in the two-way Nayana Diksha with Swamiji, where not only we see Swamiji, but Swamiji also sees us. Swamiji is enjoying us the same way that Krishna enjoys himself through Radhika. Because now it's not just you seeing him, Swamiji is also seeing you. Krishna is also seeing you from Vaikuntha. Krishna from Vaikuntha is literally coming down to see you. So it's not a TV show, it's not just a show anymore. It's a life. It's a two-way connection. It's a conversation now. It's no more just like, it's no more just talking to a TV, talking to a screen, nothing like that. No. Now it's actually talking to a person. It's engaging with a person. It's sitting with another. It's not that you're not already sitting with another when you're in the one way, that's different. But in the two-way connection, in the Nayana Diksha, physically also you're sitting with Swamiji. Physically also you're sitting with Krishna. When it happens also physically, then a completely different connection starts to happen. It's the difference between, like Swamiji was sharing in the video we were watching earlier about how the mirror neurons happen when you're watching somebody swim. There's a slight difference between watching somebody swim on TV and actually physically watching somebody swim. Same way, when you're physically with Swamiji, when Swamiji is physically seeing you, you have to be there to experience it. That's what I can say. You have to be there to experience it. So definitely register for the two-way. I believe the link will be